Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. You know, there's a lot of bad, disingenuous, dishonest actors at CNN, but like I always tell you, the ones that bother me the most are the ones who pretend to be fair, just neutral journalists, but really they're total partisan scoundrels. And now, speaking of that concept, we gotta talk about Jake Tapper. Because obviously, first off, Jake Tapper is essentially the embodiment of that concept, but secondly, because this latest, let's call it Jake Tapper scandal, is the perfect example to drive home that point. This guy's now pretending to be the only journalist with integrity, as he's now releasing a book talking about the great cover-up of Joe Biden's failing health, I guess scolding the rest of the media for, admitting the fact that Joe Biden's brain was melting before our very eyes for the last 4 years. Except there's only one problem. Jake Tapper is one of those journalists that lied about Joe Biden's health, that didn't cover it accurately, and that just dismissed it all as a stutter. He's trying to now present himself again as the only journalist in the room with ethics, but he spearheaded the propaganda campaign. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on here. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Okay, so firstly, I want to start off with this clip right over here. Here's a video that's currently circulating around online. This is from the incredible Savannah Hernandez, who back during the Biden admin asked Jake Tapper point blank why he and CNN were lying to the American people about Joe Biden's obvious cognitive decline.
I'm here with CNN. I can't get very close to them because their security guard is blocking me. But we've got Jake Tapper here, we've got Chris Wallace, we also have Dana Bash. Now, I've been asking them why they have been lying to the American public about the mental decline of Joe Biden. None of you guys would like to respond to that at all? No? Dana, you're a very respected journalist. Jake, not so much respected, but people listen to you still. Would any of you guys like to respond to Joe Biden's cognitive decline and why you guys lied to the American people about it for so long? Can you please take your hands off of it? So there you guys go, that's the media. They refuse to answer the questions of the American people.
And of course, in typical hack fashion, Jake Tapper completely ignores her and just runs away from the camera, running like an absolute coward, unwilling to tackle that issue, unwilling to speak the truth. And then of course, to make matters even worse, as he was ignoring the criticism, what was he doing with his time on air? Well, this clip should speak for itself.
Every time he comes on stage or they turn to him, I'm like, Joe, can you get it out? Let's get the words out, Joe. You kind of feel bad for him.
How do you think it makes little kids with stutters feel when they see you make a comment like that?
First and foremost, I had no idea that Joe Biden ever suffered from a stutter. I think what we see on stage with Joe Biden, Jake, is very clearly a cognitive decline. Okay. That's what I'm referring to. It makes me uncomfortable
you have
to watch somebody on stage search for
It's so amazing. It's so amazing to me
and try and figure out an answer.
A cognitive decline.
Well, when you're trying to tell me that what I was suggesting was
I think that you were mocking his stutter. Yeah, I think you were mocking his stutter, and I think you have absolutely no standing to diagnose somebody's cognitive decline. I would think that somebody in the Trump family would be more sensitive to people who do not have medical licenses diagnosing politicians from afar. Plenty of people have diagnosed your father from afar, and I'm sure it offends you. Your father-in-law from afar. I'm sure it offends you. You don't have any standing to say.
I'm not diagnosing him. What I'm saying, Jake,
you just talked
is
about
that
a cognitive decline.
That Joe Biden
I have one last question for you, Laura. You can't
times on stage, and it's very concerning to a lot of people that this could be the leader of the free world. Okay, that is all I'm saying. I genuinely feel sorry for Joe Biden.
I appreciate it. I'm sure.
Completely gaslighting Lara Trump when she called out Biden's mental decline, acting as if she was being ridiculous for suggesting what was so obvious and everybody could see. And of course, using the Democrats' favorite defense for Joe Biden, it's just a stutter. He's got no real mental decline, no physical decline. And you're not a doctor, so you can't diagnose that. Apparently, according to Jake Tapper, you need a medical degree to diagnose Joe Biden with old age decline, which is just so ridiculous considering everything that we saw.
We are the greatest manufacturing city. To the men in America. The healing, nothing wrong with me. They said I'm good. I don't know. Happy birthday.
Yeah, just a stutter. It's unbelievable the way they lied to us, and that's what it was. It was lying. There wasn't a lack of evidence. Oh, I'm not a doctor, therefore I cannot opine on Joe Biden's current state. Nobody was looking for a literal medical diagnosis. What people were looking for was just basic, truthful analysis. And that's obviously something that the media didn't do, including Jake Tapper. They didn't even cover his gaffes. They pretended like it wasn't happening and kept bringing on Democrats who were suggesting that Joe Biden's health was not in question. He's perfect, in fact, is mostly what they were running with. And then, of course, they were attacking anybody as an ableist for even questioning his health. And while they were lecturing other people not to come to conclusions, they were coming to their own conclusion, claiming that no, it's all just Joe Biden's stutter, essentially repeating his campaign talking point. Unfrickin' believable, and here's where it gets really bad for Jake Tapper. I laid out the context first, but now this guy has the audacity to release and promote this book, Original Sin. We've got Joe Biden's face with 2 hands covering his eyes, President Biden's decline, its cover-up, and his disastrous choice to run again, written by Jake Tapper and Alex Thompson. Holy frickin' moly, the audacity of this guy. Now he's releasing this new book, hoping the same people he lied to for years will just fork over their cash, I guess, to read about a scandal that he covered up. It's the ultimate grift. I don't know how this guy sleeps at night. But this, of course, is exactly how it goes with these frauds. They lie to you for years, they push propaganda, they smear anybody who challenges them, and then when the truth finally becomes undeniable, they pretend like they're breaking the story and try to profit off of it. They acted like Biden was perfectly fine, laughed at anybody who said otherwise, and finally, when it's politically convenient to now ditch Joe Biden because he's become a pariah, they go full grift mode, writing books, cashing out, and once again taking advantage of the useful idiots that continue to support this leftist scam. This right here is why so few people trust the media anymore. This is why Democrats lost the last election, or at least it's a major reason why. It's why people are ditching the Democrats in droves, because people are finally realizing just how dishonest they are. And you know, that was the catalyst. That was the moment where it all shifted. Because obviously people heard all the jokes. For 4 years of Joe Biden's administration, Joe Biden was the butt of every right-wing joke. But a lot of people were giving him the benefit of the doubt. They didn't want to do their own research, or they might have been convinced by the cheap fakes argument that, again, CNN was making. Oh, those clips that you guys are seeing showing Joe Biden looking dazed and confused like a dementia patient searching for the nursing home. Yeah, those aren't real. Those are cheap fakes. It must be AI or something. Maybe some people fell for that. Some people didn't do their own research. They were taking Brian Stelter's advice. They gave the media the benefit of the doubt, but then Joe Biden showed up on the debate stage, and boom, did reality hit them straight in the frickin' face. And all of a sudden, I think it became a moment of serious, sober realization for so many people. Holy frickin' crap. Everything I saw online, everything the right-wingers were saying, everything the evil orange man was saying was actually true. It was accurate. Joe Biden is not okay. And boom, that's the eye-opening moment. That's when you take the red pill. That's the moment of inflection. And really, I think that was what sealed the deal for the Democrats, and it's what's now led to this total collapse of their party. They got exposed as the establishment entrenched liars that they really are. And nobody likes a liar. Nobody likes a duplicitous propagandist. And that is exactly who and what Jake Tapper is. And now he's trying to pivot and pretend like he's an honest journalism, just covering the facts on both sides as he sees it. What an utter slap in the face, what an insult to our intelligence. Jake Tapper is a Democrat shill of the highest order, despite pretending otherwise. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.